We're looking at Saturn at a really specific period in the story of the Sunny framework, onto scientists. They've affirmed the Earth's portrait rings are really youthful, no more than rather than 100 millionth year ancient, while dinosaurs yet walked the land. The understanding comes of the definitive measurements purchased by the US Cassini sensor. The Sputnik shipped behind its recent information fare up divers to destroying in the gigantic planet's ambience in 2017. Cassini has been turning about Saturn for 13 years on the icy Luna Enceladus it found, and sea of water supply lie under the shallow 8 times as profound as the oceans on land. Cassini's chemistry analysis of the water supply suggests facility could be order for microorganisms to dwell down there. Time newcomer Saturn's greatest Luna, that is the amount of the Earth quicksilver. Cassini flew above seas and lake of methane and found they are up to 170 meters profound. On Saturn himself, over the polar Cassini took photos of a hexagon storm 32,000 km through. Scientists include perplexed above how the gigantic tempest spins. Cassini measurable its winds at a overwhelming 330 mph 4 persons times as powerful as a storm on land. Behind out on the end of one of Saturn's rings amongst the clouds of ice suspended particles, Cassini though sees the childbirth of a probable new Luna. It's been mentioned Peggy and is fair 1 kilometer broad. Eventually, fleeing out of gas, Cassini was delivered immediately to the Earth before it burned up in Saturn's ambience. Cassini, a mission statement of remarkable opening, clicking following key to begin shipping. Bounce to advance images, NASA, Congo down. There has length been a discussion on the age of Saturn's rings. Several had reasoned these magnificent loops of icy suspended particles largest potential shaped on in the Earth himself, several 4.5 trillion year back. Other had offered they were a latter event, maybe the crushed up remnant of a Luna or a fleeting comet. How was implicated in a clash. The US European Cassini mission statement pledged to solve the reason in its recent months at the gas gigantic. The Sputnik's end days saw it fly often via the gap among the rings and the Earth's cloud tops. These maneuvers done probable unparalleled seriousness measurements. Cassini substantially weighted the rings, and found their massive to be 20 times less rather than early estimates, thing on the procedure of 15,400,000,000 tons, or on couple fifths the massive of Mimas. The Saturn Luna. How looks love the die celebrity gun in the Celebrity Wars movies. Knowledge the massive was a key chunk in the surprise for researchers. Of Cassini's some tool, they already knew the ratio of powder in the rings and the bet at that the powder was creature added. Possessing a final massive for rings later done it probable to job out an year. Professor Isa's crew says the could be as youthful as 10 millionth year but is no older rather than 100 millionth year. In regulation of the complete age of the Sunny framework, the is yesterday. The stream, while all factors were deliberate, would perhaps see the rings vanish generally in at largest 100 millionth year, told Dr. Tom Stallard of Leicester College, UK. Behind later they would include been though greater and though brighter. So, everything manufactured them must include done for an unbelievable screen if thou been and stargazer 100 millionth year back. Cassini's investigations cannot barn lot lighting on the environment of the occasion how gave growth to the rings, but it would include been catastrophic in scope. It was imaginable, told Dr. Stallard, how the geology of the moons about Saturn could conduct essential clues. Fair as fate and ice cores drilled on land show wreckage of old meteor and comet impacts, so it's probable the moons of Saturn could recording testimony of the circle-forming occasion in their more profound layers. Perhaps we'll get to drill bit in the likes of Mimas and Enceladus, one date.